Business owners looking for information. And our first look at applying for a license to sell recreational cannabis in New York will come on August 25th. That's when the state's conditional adult use retail dispensary or CARD program will open. Now, that application is reserved for individuals with prior marijuana convictions and certain family members. And as we've previously reported, it will be open on August 25th to September 26th, so about a month to apply there. But according to attorney Ryan McCall from the law firm Tully Rinke, the reason why it might also be valuable to those seeking a standard license is the belief that the standard application, expected to come out sometime this fall, will be pretty similar enough to the one for CARD.
Definitely begin viewing the application. There's no harm that can come from it. And frankly, I think it would give those individuals a great roadmap moving forward, because I'm sure there may be minor differences, but the bones are really going to be the same from these applications for retail cannabis licenses.
So if you are planning to apply either next week for a conditional license or when the full licensing system comes online, McCall recommends doing a couple things. First and foremost, he says create a detailed business plan for your potential dispensary. It doesn't have to be professionally done, he says, but he predicts it will lead to a higher likelihood of your application moving forward. The second thing is checking what zoning rules might apply, because not all cities, towns, and villages have signed on to having dispensaries. And third, McCall says to start looking for a funding source now, because
a lot of the smaller banks, the smaller credit unions were somewhat saying, hey, we want to just take a step back and have somewhat of a wait and see approach. Now that I think you're really beginning to see the regulations somewhat trickle out, that these larger banks and even the smaller banks are going to begin accepting this more and more until it becomes commonplace.
Well, the State Office of Cannabis Management has said to start, there will be 100 to 200 dispensary licenses for those conditional individuals with marijuana convictions. They told us last week beyond that, it's still too early to know how many dispensaries could end up getting licensed overall. And Scott Mariellis, we do want to talk through the cannabis application process with anyone willing to share their story. So if you are planning on applying on August 25th or at a later date, my email's at the bottom of your screen, robert.hackford@WGRZ.com. You can also reach out on Twitter or Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. In the studio tonight, Rob Hackford, Channel 2 News.